Hey there, besties. It's time for student loans to be paid. I wonder if the people on Tik-Tok got together and thought, let me get a plan together because the student loans is coming back. These delays aren't going to happen anymore. It's time for us to act like C-19 didn't happen, getting back to normal. Let's see what they got to say.
Okay, so I owe $303,000 for student loans. The average interest rate is 6%. Interest that had accrued before COVID was already $26,000. So I'm gonna go through things that I could buy for $300K instead of student loans.
Okay, so let's go ahead and waste time out of life to be talking about this instead of figuring out a plan. What the hell do you do that you have $300K in student loan debt? It actually looks like she might be a doctor. So why are you wasting your time on here? Just get to work, child.
I could buy this Maserati for $309.
Then go
That's
get
pretty
it.
much breaking even. I could also get this Birkin bag. It's a little bit over at $325,000, but I could make it work. There's also this really intense shredder for $300K that you could be useful.
A
I could also
shredder.
go on a yacht vacation for 2 weeks, coming in at roughly like 200K euro, and then I gotta tip the staff, you know. I could also live in Indiana and have a nice 3-bedroom home instead of paying my loans. It also now costs $300K to raise a kid, so should I just have one instead of two? And a rhino horn costs $300K, which apparently cures cancer, so now I'm really screwed. Okay, so
Well, as long as she can find fun in it, good for her. That must mean that she can afford it and it's not a problem. This girl is a doctor, so shout out to her. Hopefully she has a plan for what's to come.
To make payments on your student loans in October. Surprise! There's actually a grace period that they built in, but no one is talking about it, and I'm so fucking angry. In the bill that prevents any future pauses, they built in a year grace period that prevents any negative consequences for missed payments, like they don't exist, for a full year. So from September of this year to September of next year, 2024, you don't have to make student loan payments. The only thing that unpauses is interest. Yes, interest will start accumulating on your loan, and every financial person will be like, oh, start making payments, scary. No. If you have a credit card that has a 30% interest rate, make those payments that you were going to pay the government on that credit card and get rid of it before next year. Or maybe, I don't know, you need a year to breathe like most young people in this country who are struggling financially. Congratulations, you have more money than you thought you used to, and now you don't have to pay the government for a full year.
So in other words, you're going to listen to this guy instead of going ahead and getting ahead of the interest and going ahead and paying the student loans that you knew were coming due for the last 3, 4, 5, 6 months, and just go ahead and toss another month on it. The difference is between this 1 year and those 3 to 4 years that you haven't had to pay is that now your interest will be back. So this guy got the bright idea to tell you, don't worry about it because your credit won't be affected. Y'all go ahead and keep listening to random people just to figure out a way for you not to be responsible and then turn around and say, it's not my fault. What he's saying is true. However, the way he's utilizing is wrong. Now, if you didn't have a job or whatever, then I guess that would be for you. But if you don't have a job, you should be calling them anyway to figure out what it is that you need to do forbearance wise or whatever. But no, it makes more sense to listen to people on TikTok. So
we do not care.
I just got an email that said, Audrey, start preparing for your student loan repayment in September. Wrong email. No, I know nothing about that. That's for someone else. Wrong Audrey. Crazy, I know. But yeah, I don't know anything.
Looking at my student loan details because my lender will not stop reminding me that my payment is due in a month. But anyways, I owe $38,000. I went to an in-state college and only for 5 semesters because I went to community college to save money first. And I still almost owe $40,000 at an in-state college? This is so stupid. Now the consequences of my stupid decisions are coming back to haunt me.
Well, at least she knows it was her stupid decision. But isn't it interesting that she's saying they're bothering her by letting her know, reminding her? Yeah, they're covering their CYA. So when they take you to court or whatever it is that they do when you decide not to pay, they got all the proof in the world. If no one goes and reminds these people, then they'll say, no one told me. Oh my God, that's not fair. That's not right. Somebody reminds them, they still complain. But yes, ma'am, that was your dumbass decision to go ahead and get that much into debt without thinking about the fact that you're taking out a loan. It's your responsibility to pay. For some reason, these people think that just because it's C-19, they're not responsible for anything anymore.
Who is this saying that? Who said that? Who said that? Who said that?
They just want to sit up here and ignore it. This is going to be a mess.com. I'm sure they're going to blame Joe Biden for it. It's all his fault, even though he ain't had nothing to do with that time that you was in college, running around, acting like a crazy person, living the college dream. And now when it's time to be the responsible adult that you agreed to promise, you promised to pay it back. Now y'all want to act like you don't know what's going on, child. These people,
Guys, I woke up. And
praise the Lord.
I was scrolling through my email, and I got this email from my student loan company. Forgive me, I know the phone is shaking. I'm shaking. I cannot believe this, guys.
Praise the Lord.
I thought that I would take these loans with me to the day I die. I thought I'd be making payments on these loans for the rest of my life.
Keep that email.
I'm in total shock. I cannot believe this, guys. Check your emails. Check your student loan lenders. Check your accounts. I wish this for you. I am in shock.
How in the hell am I gonna pay these boys off? My parents fucked my life up.
Oh, your parents did it.
And wait, there's more. I need a miracle.
It's always somebody else's fault, never theirs, I tell you.
Miracle.
Everybody's saying they need peace, they need love, they need happiness. Bitch, I need 30 bands right fucking now.
Afternoon. What can I do for you?
I need to buy a gun.
Afternoon. What can I do for you?
I need to buy a gun.
I'm tripping, or didn't Joe Byron say he was gonna cancel all the fucking student loans?
Not
when he got
Byron.
in office? Did I make that shit up? Because I swear that's what he said back in 2020 when we was rallying to get him in the fucking office and get that big bird out. I could have sworn he said that, and he came out the other day talking about, oh, I'm gonna cancel all the loans at ITT Tech School. Well, I guess the fuck he is, because nobody went there. Nobody went to that school, Byron. Nobody went there. Cancel them fucking loans. Matter of fact, he didn't do shit he was supposed to do since he been in office. I'm sick of that old bitch. He need to take him and that lady and get the fuck on. Go on where Trump at. All y'all get together and get the fuck on. We voting somebody else in the office next time. Matter of fact, I'm about to run.
Right now, when these loans come back, guys, all of these service providers are going to try to convince you to do an income-based repayment plan. They're going to say, oh, it's going to be tough for you to make this payment. Do a lower payment. And some of these payment plans that they're proposing are 5% of your discretionary income. That's nothing.
Yep.
And what
may not even cover the interest.
That's what they want.
Thank you, Rachel. It barely even covers the interest. And so what happens is, and you see it all the time, people complain and they go, wait a second, I've been making these payments, but somehow my bill keeps going up. Somehow the balance keeps going up. This thing is rigged. This thing is jacked. And I'm like, no, you're on an income-based plan. And if you're not attacking at least all of the interest and getting some towards the principal, it will never go down. And I don't say that to be hopeless. I say that to say, You pay as much as you can pay, not as little as you can pay. And if you want more information about that, go check out our documentary Borrowed Future. That's where we're really uncovering what's going on with these student loans. And guys, don't wait. Start being proactive. Look at this stuff now. See what your payment's going to be. Look at your budget. See if you have the money. And don't bury your head in the sand. When it comes to your money, ignorance is not bliss. It's broke. Do not.
See, that's the problem. Shout out to this lady. She works with Dave Ramsey. I like her. They put their head in the sand. They blame other people. They blame their mamas. They blame their daddies. They blame the school. They blame Joe Byron and never take accountability and responsibility. All these people are basically saying they're not going to pay. They hoping for a default. They thinking somebody going to come and wish it away while people are still taking out more student loans as we speak. So those that are taking them out now ain't learning nothing. Those that already did it ain't learning nothing. And this mess ain't never going to go away, which is why the daggone plan to go ahead and waive all this amount of student loans would have been a waste of time and a waste of money, because people are still doing the same damn thing. Nobody cares about budgets. All they care about themselves. But the rest of us are supposed to care about everybody else. Child, please. Everybody know everything and don't know a damn thing.
Do you have student loan debt?
Yes. I'd say maybe 15,000.
Do you have student loan debt?
Yeah.
Can I ask you how much student loan debt you have?
5-ish K that I would have to pay off soon. Like, it's not that bad yet because it's only first semester.
How much would you say you'll have towards the end of school?
Like, yeah, probably 50K.
Do you have student loan debt?
Yes.
How much student loan debt do you have?
Honestly, I would say I'm like pretty privileged in comparison to a lot of other people. Like, I have under 10,000, but I have friends that have 40,000, so I can't complain.
Do you have student loan debt?
Oh God, I don't even know. I'm probably gonna take out like so much money.
How much do you think you would have to take out?
For another like 3 years, I guess I'm gonna take out like 60.
Do you have student loan debt?
Yes. I'd say maybe 50.
Now listen to these people. This is what I'm talking about. They still in school. They still going to school. They taking out the loans. They have no idea what they're doing. Not because they're not smart enough, because they don't care. They ain't thinking about no budgets. They ain't thinking about no future earnings. They ain't thinking about no education. It's just like, leaf in the wind, leaf in the wind. And that's why we do not care.
We do not care.
But we're going to go ahead and we're going to keep watching. But for now, that's it. That's all. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you comment. Let me know what you think. I'll see you all in the next one.